I am Matthew Jeffers, and I'm proud to be an advisory board member of ReelAbilities and a member of the Film Selection Committee. This year's festival marks the first year that ReelAbilities is its own independent nonprofit organization. We are grateful to our founding organization and main location, the Marlene Meyerson JCC Manhattan, for shepherding us to this point and continuing a strong partnership. A huge thank you to the CEO, Rabbi Joanna Samuels, who is here with us tonight. We are proud of the work we've done and even more excited to take our next steps. In 2023, my film had the great honor of opening ReelAbilities. That night, for the first time in a long time, maybe ever, I found myself surrounded by so many proud, unapologetic, disabled artists. I rode home on the subway buzzing with a renewed love for myself and the community I'm lucky to be a part of. And standing here tonight, as we gather under one of New York City's brightest new venues, I'm reminded that ReelAbilities is more than just a film festival. In a time when disabled stories are too often overlooked or under threat, ReelAbilities is a kind of shed, a place of shelter, a beacon where people of all ages come together to celebrate how far we've come and to reckon with the work that still lies ahead. It is an honor to be part of that work with you. This week, we do not just celebrate disability culture, we reframe disability, our new tagline. We move the dial for disability representation and create a much needed shift in our society. So much has evolved over the past few years, but there is still a long way to go. This festival is inviting and accessible for everyone. From its film selection, through its widespread model, to an unparalleled standard of accommodation such as captions, ASL, audio description, sensory-friendly spaces, and much more. Please let us know how we can make this festival more accessible for you. I'm gonna keep going. We give you a slide. We give a heartfelt thank you to our ReelAbilities Advisory Board and committees. We are proud to acknowledge our past opening night chairs, Jordana Sandler, Lynn Barker-Wiesel, Michelle Fenny, Heidi Lorensky. It gives me great pleasure to welcome to the stage this year's amazing co-chairs. I want to thank you for your leadership, generosity, and endless dedication. Please welcome Sharon and Stephen Bunkin and Betsy and Jonathan Margolis.
Thank you, Matthew, for that warm introduction. Good evening, everyone. My name is Betsy Margolis, and I'm thrilled to be here tonight alongside my wonderful co-chairs. First, my lovely husband, Jonathan, as well as our dearest friends, Sharon and Stephen Bunkin. A year ago, I stood up here, at the Times Center about 3 avenues over, and talked about the incredible accomplishments of ReelAbilities and everything we hope to do. I'm happy to say we did them, or at least a lot of them. As you may have noticed from the signage around here tonight, ReelAbilities has a brand new look. I will say, having overheard some of the rebranding, calls firsthand, it was no small task. We're so proud of how it turned out and think it looks fantastic. A huge thank you to Sharon and Jonathan for spearheading this incredible effort and everyone else who's made it happen. rebrand came a new website. And while there's still a few more things to do, we think it really captures how ReelAbilities is reframing disability. As we continuously strive to expand representation and accessibility, it gives me great pleasure to announce an innovative new feature soon to be available on our ReelAbilities streaming platform. A unique video accessibility interface called Pop-ins that can accommodate a variety of sensory processing preferences. We are not only keeping the standards of accessibility, we are raising the bar and creating new, even more inclusive ones. Beyond our digital transformation, we've also welcomed new team members, as well as new advisory board members, each bringing a wealth of knowledge, expertise, and dedication. And we're excited to have them on board. We have also formed a governance board whose mission is to provide strategic direction, oversight, and accountability for the organization. Some of our founding members are here with us tonight, including Jennifer Krebit and Lynn Barner-Weisel. We are incredibly grateful for their leadership. And yes, in case you forgot, we are our own 501c3. None of this would be possible without the dedication of a phenomenal team, led by Isaac and Ravi, with vision hard work, and humility. Let's give them a round of applause. I would be remiss not to mention all these great things without telling you how pretty much none of it would be possible without the generous support of everyone here tonight. Simply showing up in person or online for one event or for the entire festival means everything. Sharing posts on social media, telling your friends about it, or introducing us to a corporation looking to get involved. No action is too small, and every action makes a difference. So let's practice what we preach, shall we? I put my fellow co-chairs to work, and they are displaying items you can win by simply making a gift to ReelAbilities. On the screen is text to give code, and in your program book is a QR code, where you can select between two prizes. We have 3 Nessa Rose fashion dolls from the Wicked collection, autographed by the talented Marissa Bode, and 3 Republic Mr. Doodle special edition movie posters, signed by the artist himself, Mr. Doodle. The donors of the 2 highest gifts in each category will receive their preferred item. 1 additional doll and 1 additional poster will be raffled among other donors. Winners will be announced by name at the end of the evening, and I can assure you, as the evening progresses, and you learn more about this groundbreaking work of these talented individuals, you will realize even more just how valuable these items really are. So bid generously and good luck. Again, thank you to everyone here tonight, especially our own friends and family. I'm looking at you, Ethan and Noah, for joining us in support of a fantastic cause. Enjoy the film, stay for the discussion afterwards, and we hope to see you again throughout the festival and throughout the year.
You ready? To introduce tonight's honoree, please welcome Ethan Slater, who played Buck in the film Wicked.
I used this folder so it would look like I wrote it by hand, but it's on my phone. First of all, it's an honor to be here. Thank you for having me. But the reason I'm here is because this year's box office smash was the Oscar-winning Wicked.
I have it on my phone.
The film not only reimagines the classic Wizard of Oz, but it also reimagines inclusion in this particular story. You see, for the past 20 plus years of Wicked, the role of Nessa Rose, a wheelchair user, this was the first time that role was cast authentically, opening the doors to include more actors with disabilities, both in Oz and hopefully broader in Hollywood. The incredibly talented Marissa Bode was cast as Nessa Rose. And her performance blew everyone away.
Literally.
Me in particular, on set, I was just constantly in awe, and 3 feet away, 3 inches away, we were, it was great. But then while promoting the movie, I also had the privilege to hear Marissa talk about the significance of her authentic casting, both what it would have meant for young Marissa and what it could mean for the change of our industry, for good. But instead of poorly regurgitating the words that I've had the honor to hear her say, I'm going to cede the floor to her in a moment, and you can hear from herself. But I also encourage you to watch the hundreds of thousands of interviews that we did over the past few months. But one other thing that I want to say is, for those of you in attendance who are searching for disabled talent to tell your stories, please remember the words of Wicked. Everyone deserves a chance to fly, and as embodied by Marissa Bode, when given access, they do. Here is a short clip, I believe, of some of the magic of Marissa. All right, please welcome my friend and one of the best actors I've had the honor to work with, the ReelAbilities 2025 Spotlight Award recipient, Marissa Bode.
I like the room.
But wait, Marissa, I know you're ready to go, but we have one more surprise.
Oh.
What? This wasn't planned, I promise. We have one more surprise, one quick video, so bear with us for 1 moment.
Oh my God.
ReelAbilities Film Festival that proves that ReelAbilities is honoring Marissa Bode for her role in Wicked.
We were thrilled beyond to be a part of such a groundbreaking film, and the inclusion it created for people with disabilities is going to open doors for actors for years and years to come.
Marissa took the role of Nessa Rose to new heights and brought authenticity to the role like never before.
It was such an honor to work by your side, and you deserve every bit of celebration.
Congratulations. We wish ReelAbilities all the luck with this year's festival. We share your mission of inclusion and access for all.
Who's here?
Should I get closer? Is this thing on? Okay.
Still
There we go. Okay. My speech is also on my phone. I'm sorry. That's the Gen Z in me. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
And me.
Thank you all so much. Thank you to ReelAbilities and genuinely everyone in this room. I feel the most comfortable and at home in this space surrounded by this community, especially when celebrating our art and recognizing the place that we all do have in this industry, celebrating the value we bring to this industry. Unfortunately, I didn't always see things that way. When I first became disabled as a preteen, because I didn't have the education surrounding disability, nor did I see myself represented in media, being disabled felt a lot scarier and isolating to me than I now know it to be. It wasn't until I found a community of disabled people online that I felt more comfortable within my own skin. As we know, online is one of the most accessible places for disabled people. These disabled people were not only unapologetic in the way they spoke about disability, they also called out ableism that I always felt but never knew how to put into words as to why certain things did make me feel uncomfortable, like being prayed to heal my disability by complete strangers. This is why representation and community is so incredibly important, so we can discuss these shared experiences and feel less alone, so we can unite and let our voices be heard. I want every disabled person in this audience to remember you are not a burden, you are not alone, and you never have to be the perfect or inspiring, palatable disabled person to deserve respect and understanding. You are worthy as you are. Thank you.
It's amazing. Thank you all so much. I want to give a big thank you of course, to The Shed for hosting us. I'm Isaac Zablocki. I am the founder and CEO of ReelAbilities. going to describe myself for the blind and low vision audience members. I always say this, I'm a very white, pale man in a kind of blue suit that has some pattern on it. And I'm proud to be a member of the neurodivergent community, and you know that I love that word because it really describes, I think, better how diverse we all are. I hope you're all in a good mood. I think it feels like you are. It's thanks to Casamigos Margaritas, so bought before the tariffs, so. I'm really excited to be presenting this year's festival, which is the result of 17 years of hard work and incredible partnerships that many of you have been a part of. We all work together to make sure that disability is represented both on and off screen, and this is a week where we celebrate that, get the word out, get the people out. Let's tip this over. Let's make sure that everybody knows about this festival right now and sees these amazing works that you're all going to get to see this week. Our partners who have been a part of this, I want to give a huge thank you. First of all, I always give credit to Anita Altman, our co-founder, my co-founder. She infused partnership into our DNA and made sure this festival works with all the organizations who are doing amazing work on the ground, year-round. So please check them all out, and of course online, many more. I want to acknowledge the lifetime of work of many of you out there, but I give a very special thank you to our good friend Lorene Arbus, who has been instrumental in moving the needle for disabled inclusion in film. She also continues to support our Rough Cut Pitch program, which is part of our industry summit, which is going to be on Monday and Tuesday in the afternoons, ensuring more films are made with disabled creators. The summit is supported by another standout partner, and that is the New York City Mayor's Office of Media and Entertainment. Carla, you're here, I know. Hello, Carla. We work with amazing people who love ReelAbilities. It's really an amazing community here that we've seen grow over the years. I want to thank our amazing governance board. You saw them up here before. Our advisory board, who works tirelessly to keep us in line, and our, of course, committees who make these films happen. Our co-chairs who joined us tonight, who also have been so dedicated, so deeply to ReelAbilities. Join us, join this family. To create the level of accessibility, which is truly like no other festival, we rely on the financial support of individuals, foundations, and corporations who sponsor the festival. I'm going to highlight one. There are so many of you out there, but I have to give a huge thank you of a corporation that really owned this and took this to a whole new level, and a big thank you. Which one? They're like, which one's AMC Networks has been an amazing partner for this festival for many years. But this year have really, they've adopted our films and our filmmakers, and our films are streaming right now on the streaming site, on AMC Plus. But most importantly, they also introduced us to Casamigos, our tequila cocktail sponsors. And I know you're all grateful to them.
I got the lemonade.
We're grateful to all the supporters who are a part of this. Please check out this huge list. This is really, truly a village that makes this happen, and we could not do it without them. This year's film selection is the result of our film screening and selection committee sorting through hundreds of hours of films. We want to thank our selection committee, and the members of all of our committees who help select these films, and all of our partners who become a part of this process to help us select these final films and make sure they're representative of what we want to be showing. It's a difficult task, and the result is an incredible lineup of groundbreaking films, entertaining and breathtaking artistic pieces. Many of the filmmakers are going to be joining us this week. Subjects, cast and crew, just fans, producers. Some of them are here with us tonight. Any filmmakers here with us tonight? Let's give a cheer for these hardworking filmmakers. I applaud you, and thank you for sharing your films with us. There's a lot of festivals out there. We have over 80 events this week in venues in all 5 boroughs and beyond. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our hosts here again, The Shed, who welcomed us in. This was a real experiment, and this is a place that can actually hold our community. So it's truly amazing. I want to thank Gina and Udemy, and of course Jerry and Chris, and thank you so much for all the hard work that went into this. The only reason ReelAbilities is a success is thanks to the amazing team that I'm privileged to work with. This is a small but fierce team. Please hold your applause. I know we want to applaud after all of them, but I'm gonna read out their names, and reading their names does not give them credit for all the amazing hard work they put into this day and night. First of all, from the ReelAbilities team, Daniela Decker, Connor Roach, Julia Betancourt, and Marissa Herringer. I want to thank our fellows, Natalia Kenkova, Caitlin Thomas, Kyle Miller for social media, Rachel Mitrani on our amazing graphic design. You see it up there. I want to thank our interns from the New York City Schools Department and the Cook School. By the way, a huge partnership with the New York City Public Schools, and we're excited. We announced that a couple of weeks ago, and we're really excited to build that further. We're also lucky to have our dedicated team from the Carol Zabar Center for Film who partners on this from the Marlene Meyerson JCC Manhattan. And I cannot be more grateful for this team. Juliet Kleitz, where are you, Juliet? Caroline Calandro, Ryan Botita, and so much support within this so inclusive institution. They deserve all the credit for making this happen. A big thanks to, of course, all of our volunteers who are here tonight. I didn't get to see it, but the idea was to have them scattered around this entire Hudson Yards area to bring people in and to let people know how to best access ReelAbilities. I hope that worked. And you make this whole week possible. Thank you all. It's just getting started. All right, two more. First of all, one of the founding voices of ReelAbilities, who has been a constant, active presence and supporter of this festival, and has finally, after years of begging, joined us in an official capacity, and is now our Director of Engagement, Lawrence Carter Long. There he is. Lawrence is going to be doing what I think he does best, which is moderating tonight's Q&A right after the film. And last but definitely not least, I don't know how to begin with this one, but she's been my partner in crime since day one of this festival. She has a title of Chief Operating Officer, but that does not cover the unbelievable work that she does and the heart that she puts into this festival and manages every detail. You know her, you love her, Ravit Turjaman. Our new joke is calling the slide behind us, instead of a step and repeat, a step and Ravit. You can use it now. These amazing films this week, and I can't say enough, bring your friends throughout the week. Tonight's sold out. We want to see every show sold out. Please, these films then travel to dozens of cities throughout our international program, as well as hundreds of corporations and educational institutions. And as I mentioned, the New York City Public Schools have now to bring our kids into their classrooms. So don't miss this amazing week of films, and please spread the word however you can. Tonight, we are proud to host the East Coast premiere of The Trouble with Mr. Doodle. Where is our Mr. Doodle? Sam, you know? There he is. Hard to miss, Sam. You'll get to know him quite intimately. He's an absolutely fabulous artist, and the film highlights the nuanced experience of an intricate relationship between mental health and creativity. After the screening, we're going to be able to dive in deeper with Sam, as well as other members of his team who will be speaking with, as I mentioned, Lawrence Carter Long. Please silence your cell phones. No texting, but right after this text, you are allowed to text for the donation bin. That is allowed. So just show your phone that you're texting for that. If you're using audio description, please open the Listen Everywhere app and make sure to click sync before connecting your headphones. And now, please enjoy The Trouble with Mr. Doodle.